The story begins 30 years ago in a village in Indonesia at Maghrib, sunset prayer time. Children are playing. Their sister, White, urgently calls them home, warning about ghosts. Her brother, Karta, dismisses her fears as superstition and refuses to go. White leaves alone. As she walks away, she falls near a hole. Karta rushes back to help her, reaching into the hole. Something grabs his hand and severs his finger. White hears a woman singing and is terrified. She suddenly collapses, convulsing, to Sabi. Her siblings hear her screams and race towards her on their bikes. Present day, 30 years later, Saman and Eddie are running late for school. Eddie bumps into a stranger, frightening them, and they sprint away. They arrive at school late. The teacher, War, screams at them for their habitual tardiness. As punishment, she makes them write on the board after school. War treats other students well, but is consistently harsh with Saman and Eddie. Saman forgets to deliver honey to the village shop. He threatens the shop owner, saying his brother will hear about it if there's another delay. Saman blames the teacher for his predicament due to the punishment. The party and the forest. The boys learn about a party in the neighboring village. While walking through the forest, Eddie expresses fear about the rock, the place where Karta lost his finger years ago. Someone seems to be watching them. Suddenly, Saman vanishes beside Eddie. A terrifying woman appears behind Eddie. He panics, calling for Saman until Saman reappears, claiming it was a joke. They reach the village, but the woman at the food stall scolds them to hurry home before Maghrib and slams the door. Eddie is at the mosque. The sheikh warns that the prophet said not to leave homes at nightfall, as devils roam. A girl asks how to get to the mosque then. The sheikh insists they must arrive before the adhan, call to prayer, and forbids leaving home after Maghrib except for the mosque. Saman's trouble and War's fate. Saman's brother arrives home furious about the undelivered honey. Saman promises it for tomorrow. His brother beats him, threatening worse if the honey isn't delivered. As his brother leaves, Saman sees the terrifying woman behind him. She vanishes when he looks. The next day, Saman and Eddie are late again. Saman brings the honey to school, hoping to deliver it after class to avoid another beating. A teacher, War, intercepts them for being late and refuses to let Saman leave, insisting they finish their punishment first. Eddie worries this will make them late for the party. Saman insists they go, even if it means another beating. The teacher's death. Meanwhile, Karta is collecting wood in the forest. He sees something frightening and runs away. Saman and Eddie sneak out to go to the party. On the way, they complain about War, saying she's unfair, they hate her, and wish she were dead so they'd be free. Suddenly, their bike tire bursts, stranding them. At her home, War hears knocking. She finds her apartment door open, despite locking it. It keeps opening no matter how many times she locks it. Terrified, she sees the terrifying woman behind her. War tries to escape but is killed. Eddie and Saman hear villagers gossiping about their teacher's death. They go to see. Eddie suggests War died because of their bad wishes. Saman panics and runs home. Saman's downfall. The next day, Saman attends War's funeral. He sees her horrifying corpse-like form staring at him. As the hearse leaves, villagers stare at him menacingly. War's terrifying form tries to break out. Saman wakes up, realizing it was a nightmare. Eddie visits, saying he hasn't seen Saman in a while. Saman doesn't respond. Eddie mentions a new teacher is coming and that he regrets their words about War. Saman remains silent and leaves. That night, Saman sees his grandmother fearfully looking out the window. The front door bursts open by itself. War's terrifying ghost appears inside the house. Saman and his grandmother are terrified. Saman goes to wash his face, but a terrifying woman appears to him. The new teacher and possession. The village prepares to welcome the new teacher, Ningji. She seems very kind. Eddie arrives late at school without Saman. Ningji doesn't punish him. Saman's brother goes to the shop for the honey money. The owner says Saman hasn't delivered honey for a while. Furious, Saman's brother goes to beat him. Saman says, "I wish you were dead." Enraged, his brother beats him savagely. Suddenly, the terrifying woman appears behind Saman. His brother is terrified. Saman grabs a knife and stabs his brother to death. Saman takes the honey to the shop. The jars are covered in blood. The shop owner screams and Saman runs. Villagers find their chickens hanged. Eddie sees War's ghost watching her from afar. Terrified, she drops her bag in class. She sees the teacher's terrifying form behind her. Eddie keeps muttering Saman and thinks she's imagining things. Her classmates laugh at her. The investigation and Saman's fate, Eddie arrives home to find her father reporting Saman to the police because of the blood-stained honey jars. The shop owner and police go to Saman's house. Eddie follows. Inside, the police find Saman's dead brother. Eddie searches for Saman and finds him. The police arrest Saman and lock him in a room. Teacher Ningji asks to speak with him, but he refuses. Karta watches from afar. Saman sees visions of his terrifying brother and war. When the police return to take him to the clinic, they find Saman has hanged himself. Eddie's possession Idai cries at Saman's burial, heartbroken over his friend. Later, Ningji talks to Eddie, saying she understands his pain and is there to listen. They sit in the school until late. Ningji goes to pray. Eddie prays in the classroom but senses someone behind him. He flees outside and sees a bloody Saman standing there. Saman's spirit possesses Eddie. The possessed Eddie bangs his head against a wall. His father tries to help, but Eddie says he just wants to sleep and nothing's wrong. The village hunts for answers. Karta hangs a talisman outside Eddie's house. Eddie's father catches him and yells. Karta runs away. The next day at school, Iwo, Eddie, tries to talk to Eddie, but he ignores her. Karta sees Iwo and warns her about Ningji, saying a demon possesses her and gives her a talisman. He tells her to keep it if Ningji refuses it. Iwo gives the talisman to Ningji, who takes it calmly, unaffected. Ningji threatens Iwo. Wait your turn, like Eddie and Saman. It becomes clear Ningji, or the demon within her, caused everything. Karta remembers the events from 30 years ago. The villagers searched for him, White and the bikes. They found the bikes and White's dead body. White had been missing since then, and Karta lost his finger. Confronting the demon, Iwo goes to Karta, saying Eddie is in danger and they must help. Karta tells her to help Eddie while he deals with the teacher. Iwo rushes to Eddie's house, warning his father. Inside, Eddie's father finds Eddie missing. Karta goes to Ningji's house. He confronts her, reminding her of the events 30 years ago. The true demon inside her reveals itself. Karta flees, running to the rock where he lost his finger, the demon's lair. The demon appears in terrifying forms, trying to scare him. Karta burns the talisman meant for the demon. Iwo and Eddie escape just before the demon can take them. The cliffhanger. But the story doesn't end there. The demon keeps kidnapping children in the village and no one knows why. Stay tuned for the next part. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for all our new videos. Peace out.